Good morning. Just finishing up setting up. Hi. It's good to be here now. Settling in. Oh. Taking care of getting comfortable in your spot. Making sure things aren't fall over. Today's gonna be the most spectacular day. Come on, my friends, come on along. Join in the magic, join in the song. Make today the most spectacular day. So I have a hard time seeing my screen. Breathing in and out, just start right away. As you arrive here with me, just take some deep breaths as we get settled in for an intro to You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. That's what we're going to be doing today. Can't tell. Well, it looks like we're live. I can't tell if anyone's here. I don't see where to see the comments. So we're just going to get right into it. Deep breaths in and out. I do the same. I'm in a really different spot here today. I'm going to ring the bell to bring us to the now. Just learning to just let whatever it is pass by. I'm in the city today. I have a little spot here by my dragonfly. That's my RV. It's its name. It's named Dragonfly because it drags up the hills and flies down them. So in honor of the dragonfly, I decided to wear my dragonfly cape today, cloak, whatever you like to call it. It was a gift from Victoria. Widespread Wire Works. There's a shout out to my friend Vicky. She makes beautiful wire stuff, and she gave me this. So, ringing the bell. These are things that help bring us to the now. Taking a drink of water. I'm going to do that. I'm glad you came to play today. Oh, seriously. Things are strange. You just go with what happens. I have an incense burning here. I just burn a hole in my smoke and it's still burning, so I'm going to dip it in my water. Well, that happened. I'm just practicing acceptance and present moment awareness. I'm loving this awareness. Being here now. I'm going to go get one more thing. I'll change my camera angle a bit here. Get my phone, make sure y'all can hear me good and stuff. I'll be right back. Just breathe. Okay. Breathing in and out. I'm here, your constant creative companion. I'm not going to be able to see the comments today, and which makes me so appreciate the help I had and the companions that were with me last week when I did my live feed, and Wolf maintained and followed the comments for me. That's a little too much for me today, so I'm just going to do my thing here and talk to you, and I'll look at those comments after. Isn't that a nice bell? So breathing in and out. Honored to be here now. Good job showing up. Here we are. Just spend this hour together. So gather the things that you like and get comfortable. Get in your comfy chair. Get in a space where you can sit for the next hour and meditate. You know, really this whole hour is a meditation. I say we start with meditation, but ideally we stay in that meditative state through this whole hour together as we talk and create. So that's my oil painting there. It's called the Mamas. Spent the whole day yesterday painting on the mamas and thinking about the mamas. Lost a lot of mamas lately. So yeah, we're going to be talking about You Can Heal Your Life. Speaking of losing mamas, Louise Hay passed away. She wrote this book, Chiquita Banana Sticker. That's funny. So this is my copy of it. As you see, I've used it a lot. So we're going to be talking about that. We're, you know, you don't need to have read any of it or have the book in your hands right now. We're just going to talk about the foreword and what the chapters are, what we're going to experience with this book. You know, this is just the intro. So as I talk about this, I asked you to bring your journal or a piece of paper to create on. So some space in which you will be creating today. We are learning to honor our artist selves and be here now and yeah, so, and we learned to treat ourselves as a precious object makes it so. So my friend, my bestie, one of my besties here in Columbus, Katie May, came and picked me up and took me for a ride, and we ended up stopping in a lovely little shop. And look at this, a nice little bag, purple tissue paper they wrapped it in, and I got myself this lovely, brand new journal. Look how beautiful that is. So this is going to be my creative page for today, and I honor this new beautiful book. You know, it has lovely handmade paper in here, and I have found this causes you, having something so lovely. We create on cardboard here in Creative Companions a lot to silence the censor and to silence that part of us that will need to make a masterpiece or put pressure on us or tell us we're not good enough or that we're messing up. That's already silenced. I've taken care of that, and I'm going to be just honoring this new beautiful journal that I got and the handmade paper, and I have all the colors here that I could choose from, and I just throw them out around me so that you can grab them. So breathing in and out, we know we are here. And we notice, simply notice the things that go on around us, the noises that we hear, and they only help us relax more because we do not choose to be in any state of irritation, any state of self-doubt, self-consciousness even. We don't even want to be looking at ourselves right now and observing ourselves or criticizing ourselves. We just want to be being in this moment. Breathing in and out. I have a lot of purple around me, I see. Purple and blue. I have my purple West Virginia mug. There's water in here. Drink your water. It's good for you. We're learning to find what feels good. So sitting up nice and straight, let's just breathe in and out together for a while because, well, that feels good. I'm going to ring the bell again because I also got this new bell. And the sound of the bell reminds us to just take a very deep breath, maybe the deepest one we took all day, and then to just continue focusing on that breath until we hear that bell again, okay? your eyes. Be still. Only breathing. No thinking, just breathing. Be still. And know all is well. Open your eyes, 11:11. Be still. And know, still know, all is well. Here we are. So good to be here. So good to be with y'all on 11 o'clock at 11:11. Very much in the now. I'm going to ask you to just pick up your tools that you brought with you, your creative tools. I'm going to move closer, hoping you can hear me well as the jet planes go by and the trains roar. I'm in the city today. So I encourage you to just go to your space now. Whatever page you have there, you have a blank space. Go to that space and let yourself freely choose from your creative tools which one to use first. And then just flow. I ask you to just continue to keep your hand moving as we learn to do in The Artist Way, which is our guide. I'm trying to hold it so you can see it, but it's backwards anyway, The Artist Way. Today we're talking about you can heal your life. Just let your hand move across this beautiful blank page as we talk. Make beautiful movements with your tools. You know, the idea of making art is simply showing up, being here now. I mean, look what I made so far. That's all. Just that short little stroke, and it felt so good. I want to see if it bleeds through. Oh, not all the way to the other page. This is beautiful paper. It feels so good, like if you just barely touch a marker to the page sometimes, it just starts to make a shape and bleed onto that page, and you don't have to move it much. So allow yourself to just have fun and make whatever marks you make today. It's a new page. Today's a new day, a new beginning always. It's the most spectacular day if you make it so. It might be your birthday. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday all day long. It's your unbirthday too. Happy unbirthday to you too. You make it a spectacular day or not. So Louise Hay is our next book. We're gonna, or our next author whose work we're gonna explore. And I've been listening to the voice of Louise Hay for many years, and there's lots of places online that you can listen to her speak. Daily morning affirmations. I love to spend a morning just listening to that with Louise or reading them. So we're going to explore this book together. You can heal your life. By Louise Hay. Let's see. Yeah. If we are willing to do the mental work, almost anything can be healed. This is Louise's key message. If we're willing to do the mental house cleaning in our own house, almost any wound, anything can be healed. That's her belief. So, in the foreword, which is written by Dave Braun, in 1984, he wrote this foreword. And this is one part that he says, that it's the gist of it. It's all here in this book. That's my point. All you need to know about life, its lessons, and how to do the work on yourselves right here. And this includes Louise's reference guide to probable mental patterns behind dis-ease, which is truly remarkable and unique in my experience. A person on a desert island who found this manuscript in a bottle could learn all he or she needs to know to make his life be the one that gets the job done. So Louise is going to help us live the best life we can live. It's good advice. So next I'm going to talk about suggestions she gives to us readers. She says if you can work through these exercises with a friend or with a family member, that's wonderful. Each chapter opens with an affirmation, which we've been talking about all throughout Creative Companions, is how to use affirmations. And you know, as your hand is moving on this page today making marks, you may hear me say something that really resonates with you, an affirmation that you need to add to your repertoire of self-talk, which is exclusive, which is what affirmations are. Ideally, they are the highest self-talk, you know, what your highest possible thoughts, and we're learning to find them, create them, write them down, think them, say them. Treating myself as a precious object makes it so. Treating myself as a precious object makes it so. We can start there. When we start feeling negative, we can go back there if that's the only one we got. I am now highly pleasing to myself in the presence of others. Today's a good day. I am happy. These are affirmations. These are affirming, speaking into existence that which you want to be. So, each chapter opens with an affirmation. Each of these is good to use when you're working on that area in your life. Take 2 or 3 days to study and work with each chapter. Keep saying and writing the affirmation. There's power in writing the affirmation. Then the chapter closes with a treatment. This is a flow of positive ideas designed to change our consciousness. Read over this treatment several times a day. Okay. At the end of the book, Louise shares her own private story, and wait for it. Resist the urge to read ahead. She did it that way for a reason. See? Resist the urge to get ahead of yourself. No, I was getting ahead of myself, which causes some dissatisfaction in what is now. I can be content in the now, doing this art, moving my hand across this page, making this sunny shape I'm making, talking to all of you. Or I can projecting into the future. If I'm projecting into the future, I'm not here now. If I'm projecting into a future that scares me, I'm scared now. If I'm projecting into a future where everything's wonderful, I'm dissatisfied with now. So you see, being here now, and Louise is going to teach us loving now, loving ourselves, loving this moment, being loved now, being loving, becoming more loving awareness, I say. That's the goal for the day. You know, sometimes you find you write a poem or a song, you didn't know you could do that. It's so fun. So yeah, just keep your hand moving. And I encourage you to share with us in the comments the art that you create today. That which you do which heals you heals me. That which you do which is good for you is good for me. Right? Peace and harmony and love we're going to be. I'll show you in a second here what I got. I don't know what you can see from the camera angle because I can't see it real well myself, but this is getting really cute over here. My son has a crooked smile. I like it. I'll show you. See? We're just going to keep our hand moving, and I'll read to you some more. And Louise says, know that when you work with these ideas, her loving support is with us. And know that my loving support is with you. And I know that your loving support is with me as my creative companions. That's what we're doing here, right? We came here to heal one another. I never rang that bell yet to tell you to stop meditating, so that means you're still breathing in and out, right? We're still meditating, being nice and peaceful, easy feeling with ourselves. And we feel that on the inside, and it can emanate out. We can move our hands slow as we want to across this page. We can breathe in and out slow as we want to, and just be in this state of loving awareness with one another. I am lovingly aware that I am here now, in the yard, in the city, in Wineland Park, wherever that is. I'm aware that you all are there with me, so I'm also in that space, and I'm also on this page, expressing myself. So, here's some points of Louise's philosophy. I'm going to use some blue a moment before I read you that. Breathing in and out. Things take shape. Some of Louise's philosophy. Every thought we think is creating our future. The point of power is always in the present moment. Still Louise's philosophy. Everyone suffers from self-hatred and guilt at some point. The bottom line for everyone, the bottom core belief that holds us back is I am not good enough. It's only a thought, and a thought can be changed. Resentment, criticism, and guilt are the most damaging patterns. Releasing resentment will dissolve dis-ease, even cancer. When we really love ourselves, everything in our life works out. I believe that is true. That's me talking. This is still Louise's philosophy from the book. We must be willing to begin to learn to love ourselves. We must be willing to begin. We must be willing to begin to learn to love ourselves. Self-approval and self-acceptance in the now are the key to positive changes. Self-approval and acceptance in the now are the key to positive changes. We create every so-called illness in our body. So, those are the concepts that Louise is going to be asking us to get our heads around. Just keeping their hand moving. Thinking about the things we think, or not thinking at all. We can just practice the art of listening. Listening to our breath going in and out. Listening to the sound of the marker, perhaps moving across the page, or the brush moving across the page, whatever tools you're using. So just learning to change our thoughts. I'm going to read you the treatment. She says at the end of each chapter there's what she calls as a treatment. And she says to read this several times during the week that you're working with that chapter. Perhaps even write it in your journal. There's much power in that. Reading it out loud as you write it in your journal. Much power in that. You're involving all of the senses. So I do believe I might have read this in meditation last week, but here we go. In the infinity of life where I am, all is whole and perfect and complete, and yet life is ever-changing. There is no beginning and no end, only a constant cycling and recycling of substances and experiences. Life is never stuck or static or stale, for each moment is ever new and fresh. I am one with the very power that created me, and this power has given me the power to create my own circumstances. I rejoice in the knowledge that I have the power of my own mind to use in any way I choose. Every moment of life is a new beginning point as we move from the old. This moment is a new point of beginning for me right here and right now. All is well in my world. All is well in my world. All is well in my world. That's one I write often, and I'm going to add to this page now. All has two parallel lines, LL, 1, 1, and so does well, if you write it that way, which is 1111. As it are my initials, KK, 1111, 11th letter in the alphabet. All is well in my world. All is well. All is well, all is well. In my world. And what if this book I kept for just beautiful words and beautiful art and maybe a commitment to daily, besides my writing journal that I am so committed to, what if I added a little marker sketch daily? What a beautiful little book this will be. I could share those pages with you as they go. I like it. You know, and this is where, like, these moments, these are where the ideas come from. These are where new art comes from. Just sitting down with yourself and listening. It's just simply showing up and letting your hand move across the page, or letting your fingers move across the keys if you're a pianist, or letting your feet dance, dance, dance. What are you dancing? We did that in the woods, and the question was, what are we dancing today? And I danced abundance, and away and away and away. I have something else to read to you in a moment here, because part of our self-care can be meditation. Our morning pages are our meditation, sitting down and showing up for ourselves. It's a trigger saying to ourselves, you are special, I love you, and I'm going to allow you this time to write in your journal, to make this sketch, to drink your coffee and your water, and to have something uplifting near you where you sit and do your journaling, something you might be able to grab and read. This is one that I've read to you before, but it's my favorite reminder of yeah, just listen. Take a deep breath if you forgot your breathing too. I don't know who wrote this. I dwell in the secret place of Most High. This is my own mind. All thoughts entertained by me conform to harmony, peace, and goodwill. My mind is the dwelling place of happiness and joy and a deep sense of security. All the thoughts that enter my mind contribute to my peace, joy, and general welfare. I live, move, and have my being in the atmosphere of good fellowship, love, and compassion. I am at peace in my mind with all members of my household and all of mankind. Let's say that again. I am at peace in my mind with all members of my household and all of mankind. The same good I wish for myself, I wish for all. I am living in the house of love now. I claim peace and happiness. For now I dwell in the house of love forever, and here I shall stay forevermore. Peace and love. That's what we're doing here now. Figuring it out. So after that, I got to put some hearts on my, and so I pick up the pink. You know, you just flow. Could you have a whole day that you let your spirit guide you? Tell you which color to use, what food to cook, where to go, what to say. Listening to your heart. Could we live today like time isn't real and only love matters? And if we do succeed in doing it today, could we do it again tomorrow? And first, it starts with loving ourselves and learning how to do that. I'm here to tell you, it takes a minute to figure that one out, and I'm working on it, and I appreciate you all so much for helping me with the working on it. You know? I love myself in this life. I'm creating and creating and creating on the regular, recreating. We get to just recreate ourselves. Butterflies we are. We might make a butterfly. Here's what I got so far. All is well in my world. You know, honor your art. Honor your art to just wrap it up. Stay with it. Stay with it till noon, as we intended to do. 1 hour creating together. We just keep our hands moving. And remember to breathe in and out. Because when we forget to breathe, we've got a problem. Conscious breathing is a new art form, perhaps, you know? Breathing in, I know. I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. Oh, the mamas, the mamas, the mamas. Honoring the mamas, I gotta pick them up. There is wet paint on y'all. Artist dates. Artist dates are the other thing we are talking about always, and we learned in the Artist Way with Julia Cameron. And the artist date is like what we're doing now, but without me. You take a block of time all by yourself to just do something that you enjoy doing, just for the fun of it. Ride your bike, go for a hike, blow bubbles, take a bubble bath. I say fly kite. Y'all know I like to do that. Do yoga. Go for a walk. Always find time to just breathe. If we find ourselves worrying, projecting into the future, replaying something with regret from the past, just come back to the page, come back to the breath. We're just here now doing our thing, breathing in and out, seeing what we create, coming with no expectations. This Creative Companions group, that we use a book for our guide for what I'm going to talk about for the hour, I have allowed it to be that I come with no expectations. I don't plan what I'm going to say, what we're going to create exactly. I might have some kind of idea, but not really. Today, not really. There wasn't time for that. So I just show up at 11 o'clock and put all my things around me and see who shows up to join me. And I appreciate you all so much for showing up for me and for yourself, especially that. As you become a stronger, brighter light, so do I. So I am on your side, and we're right on time doing the thing that we're doing. I appreciate you. Maybe I can see some comments now. So be careful with yourself, be kind to yourself, be careful with your mind. Think things that serve you well. And when you find that you're not, you can change those, by affirming something different. I'm content. I am here now. I am here now. And bringing yourself more and more into the present moment. Recognize. Hear the sounds around you. Feel the air on your skin. Do you have a little breeze in the room? I have a nice breeze today, and it's actually pretty quiet here where I am, and I'm grateful. Also to help us be more present, we can enter a sense of gratitude. We're learning to use our journals our morning pages, our place where we land on the page in the morning as medicine, as a place to serve us well. So there we write affirmations. There we make beautiful images that remind us all is well. And we remember to place these, when you make a beautiful piece of art with me here at Creative Companions, place that where you can see it throughout the day. Especially I like to place it where I can see it first thing in the morning when I wake up tomorrow and go, wow, yeah, man, yesterday was the most spectacular day. Let's have another most spectacular day. And that's how we do it. Just reprogramming. Ooh, I like this highlighter marker on this paper. You know, and like when you get new paper to use, like that's exciting, or a new surface. We've been using cardboard, rocks. Maybe you paint on a rock, or maybe you paint on a piece of wood instead. And then it's just being there with the tools and the paint and the surface and seeing what's different about this. How does it take the paint differently? How much water? What do the different brushes do? We're all just experimenting all the time. It's all brand new. We've never been here before. We never did any of this before. Just making it up as we go along. And what if you make everything in your life beautiful? Wouldn't that be cool? And you can. You have the power, man. I'm gonna pick up some orange. I've been really liking orange lately. I wonder what color you're all into. Take a deep breath. Make sure you're in a comfortable position. Is your foot going to sleep? Is your back hurt? You know, you're free to move around. Movement is medicine too. And when you're in your own home, you know, you might as well wiggle around whoever you need to feel good. Nobody's watching, you know, and even if they are, maybe they'll laugh. Maybe they'll wiggle around too. So yeah, play your instrument. That's your body. Move your body. Treat it well. And if you treat it well today, like I said a minute ago, then maybe you will tomorrow too. And as you'll see, many miraculous changes will happen if you go on this Louise Hay journey. You can heal your life with me. There are 16 chapters in this book, I believe. We're going to do them a week at a time. I'm committed to trying to be here every week and being here every week. I may miss some, though. Sometimes I don't have good connection on Sundays. But I'll do the best I can. So we're going to do it 1 week at a time. Chapter 1 is called What I Believe. Let's see. Does she mean it's what she believes? Oh, no. It's about what I believe. So examining what we believe, each individually. And that's between us and us. As our morning pages. You know? You can think whatever thinks you want to. You can make whatever kind of art you want to. What did Georgia O'Keeffe say? And the whole world is busy trying to define me, make me into somebody they think I ought to be, dress me the way they think I ought to dress. The least I can do for myself is paint how I want to, create how I want to. That's what Kimmy Sue says too. I agree with Georgia. You know, the least I can do is make my art the way I want to, and not much thought of what anybody else is going to think of it. Not any thought of that. That's not why I do it. I love making art. And my child self appreciates it. I'm into entertaining her and my grandpa. Art. He was an artist. Look at this happy thing I got going on. I hope you can see it. I can't see this screen hardly at all today. So love is truly the greatest healer to be found. That's been my experience. We're learning to love ourselves more and more and more and more. Mirror, mirror on the wall. That which I do that heals me heals all. And just knowing that, you know, we're growing. We're growing together. Who can say where the day goes? You don't know unless you show up. You don't know unless what you can create unless you show up. And there is no try, only do or do not. Do you show up and do the thing or not? And if not, why not? What's stopping you? These are questions we learn to ask ourselves. And right here, right now, in this moment, take a deep breath. You're doing the thing. I'm doing the thing. We're creating together, and it feels good. You can only be happy if you let yourself be. So, being happy bees. Wow, did you hear that? Like cicadas. Wonder what sounds you hear. Growing and blooming. Alright, y'all, let's take some deep breaths together. My page is pretty full. I think it's about noon. Let's see. 41 minutes. Well, we have 9 more minutes to spend creating this art. I'm going to allow that, for me, this piece of art will be finished in 9 minutes, and then I'll sign it, whatever state it's in, and move on to a most spectacular day where everything goes my way. All is well. Who can say where the day goes? Oh, did she fall? They fell again. You never know what's going to happen next. This has to... I can fix it. Breathing in and out. Have a few little dots move around. Oil paint stays wet for a long time. Radical acceptance of what is. We'll just go from there, you know. So, keeping your hand moving, guys. I looked at that wrong. We have 17 more minutes. Ah, interesting. Just keeping your hand moving, focusing on the breath, breathing in and out. Remember to feel your feet on the floor. If they're asleep, move them. Making a commitment to stick with something for the hour that you chose to give for this. I see a red cardinal, and you all know that makes me happy. I remember. And just allow each movement of the hand, of the marker, of the brush to lead you to the next one. Just like in life, as we silence the mind and we don't have to chew on things and worry about things, the next right movement moves us to the next right movement, moves us to the next right movement, moves us to the next right movement, moves us to a nap. Rest is good. Rest is good. So next week we will be, when we go away from here, reading chapter 1. And you can heal your life. And when we come back, we will talk about what chapter 1 is. She says at the beginning of chapter 1, life is very simple. Life is very simple. I like that, to think of it that way. Gives us that peaceful, easy feeling. So in learning to slow down with ourselves, I know that when I used to get a new book, I like to read ahead. I might even skip to the end and read the end first. And encouraging us to slow down with ourselves. Let's digest this book one chapter at a time together. So only chapter one. Write in your journals, morning pages. We've been working with 3 pages of brain drain in the morning. Artist dates, finding what feels good, treating ourselves well. And this is, we polishing the mirror was our last book we did together. And if you'd like to look at what we've done so far in any of the past Creative Companions meetings, they are on the YouTube channel, Art by Kim Keffer on YouTube. You can find all of them. The Artist Way is there in a series of 12 weeks, as well as now Polishing the Mirror, the one we just finished with Ram Dass, which was, that was really good too. We have a lot of fun. If you missed last week's live feed, I encourage you to catch at least the last 5 minutes of it. Magic wrote a fabulous song. I don't remember what the title is right now, but the first lyrics were "Thank you for helping me heal," and it's lovely. So if you missed last week, just take a minute and check out the song at the end. The whole thing was a good feed, though. We had fun. I worked on my ladies. So all is well in my world forevermore. Love now. I live in the land of love now. Ho'oponopono by Freedom Family Band. Their version of that song was a great way to start your morning. I listened to it this morning and other mornings as well. Check it out. It also, I found it on Spotify and YouTube. Wonder where, okay, can you see? Let me just point this down now. So I haven't rang the bell yet. We're still meditating. Deepen your breath some. Noticing how you feel now after sitting here for all these moments breathing. Perhaps compare that to how you remember feeling when you first sat down. Perhaps you had to rush to get here on time, but guess what? Time's not real. Only love matters. We are always on time, where we're supposed to be. All is well in my world, and so shall it be. I really like this paper and just touching the marker, and then it goes bleed a little dot. And you can watch it grow after you take the marker away. So the creative process really keeps the thinker silent. What good can thinking do? We're learning to recognize how much we limit ourselves with our thoughts, how much we even disable ourselves with our thoughts. So, if that is true, perhaps we can learn to enable ourselves to do wonderful things in the world, to feel effective and enough. We can show up for each other, which is what we're doing here in Creative Companions. Once again, I encourage you to please share your art in the comments when we're done, when you're done. For now, we still have moments left together, so let's just keep on creating. I lovingly protect myself with thoughts of joy and peace. I'm free in this moment. I am free in this moment. I am free to create how I see fit. And we remember just to silence any voices that come up right now that might want to judge this art that you're creating. We're not here to judge, we're just here to play. And any judging of ourselves and telling ourselves those bad messages, those negative messages, that's self-abuse, and we're learning not to do that. We're not accepting abuse of any kind anymore. Yay. I'm happy for that. You can be happy if you let yourself be. Look at that. Ah, what color? What color? Oh, I don't have any blue in there yet. Let's see where the blue's gonna go. And you just pick up the next thing, you make the next mark, and you go from there. Art teaches us about life. If you show up to create something every day, what if you create something every day during the You Can Heal Your Life book? And then take a picture of everything you created when we finish the book. We did good stuff jars. I'm still putting stuff in my good stuff jar when I remember to. But a good stuff jar is a fun thing to have. Something that you go to at the end of the day and put just one slip of paper in there with something good that happened today. Something wonderful. You know, I visited with my friend. I went for a walk. Yeah. I got good news. And then, you know, when you're feeling down, you can go to your good stuff jar and just pull something out. So Creative Companions is here to help us recover as humans and artists. I feel we're all artists. We're just trying to be the best humans we can be. You know, and therefore the best artists we can be. And the only way to get better is to show up and do the practice. We're doing the practice of creating a new art, something we haven't created before. This page is new. What we are creating right now is new, something you've never created before. Perhaps you're creating new things you never thunk before. The only way to do that is to get quiet with yourself. Ask yourself some questions, maybe, which we will be doing with Louise's book, You Can Heal Your Life. Today's a great day. Now is a sacred moment. I so appreciate being here with you all now. Breathing in and out. I am here now. Breathing out, in and out. I am aware. Breathing in and out. I am calm. Breathing in and out. I am content. I am loving awareness now. Are you still breathing? Can you say that for yourself? Can you say that out loud? I am loving awareness now. I am in a state of loving awareness. I am loving this awareness. All is well in my world. You know, we do talk to ourselves more than we talk to others. Recognizing what we're saying to ourselves is the first step. Breathing in and out, I create. Maybe your page is getting quite full, and you notice that the marks you make are getting smaller and smaller. Mine are. Adding details, making it more tedious. You don't know where it's going to go or what you can do until you try. You show up, you put the tools in your hand, and you make a commitment. Make a commitment to your artist self to just stick with it. Do the thing. Keep the hand moving. There are no mistakes. We're just here now, making marks on a page. How beautiful. Nobody needs us. There's nothing else we have to do right now. But be here right now with our artist self, creating. All is well in my world. When you find yourself thinking or going off into the future or the past, come back to the breath. Come back to an affirmation that feels good to you. Do some movement. Bring yourself more into the present moment by naming the things around you that you see and hear. And I see so much color where I am. I see my ladies. I feel that I need to move my legs again because I've been sitting this way for quite some time. The wind feels nice against my skin. Sometimes in my journal, this is something I write. I just describe the now, what I see, what I hear, what I taste. Perhaps I just had chocolate or coffee, and my mouth tastes like coffee, which I'm going to take a drink of coffee. So can you take the same feeling that you get from resting on the page? That's what we're doing here, just resting on the page. Can you take that same feeling into your day? It's Sunday Fun Day. Peaceful, easy feeling. Anytime you find yourself racing in your thoughts or in your movements, you're jerking yourself around, you can stop and just take a deep breath. In and out, in and out. Feel your feet on the ground and remember this peaceful, easy feeling that we created, where you are loving awareness in the now. Mirror, mirror. I am you and you are me. Mirror. I'm trying to write mirror, mirror. I spelled mirror wrong. There are no mistakes. Not in art. You just go from where you are. Do the next little movement of the hand. Just keep your hand moving. What a fun experiment to keep your hand moving for that whole hour. And just see what you end up with, what you have created. Here's what I'm creating. I hope you can see it. Wow, it's so hard for me to see my screen right now. I'm trying it a little bit this way. Let me try something. So always learning new things together. This is funny. Okay. We only have a minute and a half left. Focus on your breathing again. Be comfortable in your seat. Take a last few strokes on your canvas there, on your paper. I'm going to sign mine now. I'm committed to it being complete at the end of this hour. Breathing in and out, I sign my name and honor the artist in me and the artists that I've known before and the artists who have gone on, the artists who are still here, honoring all of life, August 1st, 2021. Deep breath in, and loving this awareness, loving being here with you. Love yourself more and more. Let's read chapter 1 this week. Thank you for spending your time. I look forward to seeing what you created. Move this so I can see where the button is. Peace out, everybody. Keep breathing. Make today a most spectacular day. Keep that peaceful, easy feeling going all day. Feed yourself good food. Put your feet up for a while. Take some deep breaths. Go for a walk. I love you. Love yourself more. Peace out.